That his whole time as LeBron's whole time as the Lakers is a disappointment. In 4 seasons,
I mean, he got a
I'll be honest with you though, they were expected to get at least 2 or 3.
I'm the jump master.
At least
I mean,
2,
but it's,
potentially
you can't
3.
put all the blame on LeBron though, because it's team's
Jermaine, get on
Well, no,
full
yeah,
touch.
I agree. But I mean, I don't know where LeBron
You gotta think about it though.
he wanted Anthony Davis and you
get him to download it yet, Eli?
and then you want to get Westbrook and you get rid of all your other players. It's like, I don't know what you think's gonna happen.
Get Jermaine to download Fall Guys yet? Man.
I could have told, I'm not a GM, I could have told you from a mile away that trading away all your role players to get
I
Westbrook.
could have told you that Westbrook's fucking ass and he's a waste of.
I'll be honest with you, LeBron was the one who
Westbrook
wanted
was definitely a waste.
I just almost got this dude killed.
That's just 'cause
A waste of money. If you could win a ring,
Anthony Davis, only reason Anthony Davis, I don't feel like Anthony Davis is like not a bad waste is because like he's good when he's not injured.
I see you already trying to push him off.
Once he's injured, it's like.
Well, that's the thing. Before he went to the Lakers, everyone knew he was injury prone. So it's the same thing. One thing people underestimate is a lot of these bad moves that teams that LeBron are on make. He's the one wanting to make them in the first place.
Ooh, I almost got someone out.
Name a damn GM. Why you?
Because it's like this.
It's the organization's fault.
It's not this. It's the same thing when Michael Jordan played. People let him
That did feel.
tell them what teammates he wanted. They did the same thing with Kobe. Certain players do get a say.
But you can't
But
say the
that's
same
the-
thing with Kobe because Kobe was a whole different person.
But what I'm saying is, like, Kobe was very successful throughout his career. MJ was. The problem is, LeBron is putting together crap teams. People make fun of J.R. Smith. LeBron wanted J.R. Smith over there, so they got J.R. Smith over there for him. He wanted Iman Shumpert, they got him over there for him. Even in L.A., they got him Davis and they got him Westbrook. They traded away all the players so you could have those 2 players. And people are like, oh, well, Davis is injured and Westbrook's trash. The truth of it is, Westbrook's not playing any really much different than he did before.
Truth of it is that we got
And not just that.
That's what it is.
Davis
Stay at the
has
front
always
half.
been injury prone.
Stay at the
So I mean,
front
I don't
half.
know what Lakers fans were
What's
expecting
going
that
on?
like LA was gonna miraculously heal this flu or what.
I mean, like, yeah.
Stay at this front
but
half right here.
I'm not gonna sit there and blame it on them. Blame it on LeBron. I mean, like, he's accident prone. That's kind of, you know, it's kind of on him at that point. And stuff like that. And the
Think
thing
I'm
is,
dead,
the only
Isaac.
thing-
This
the
game
thing
just
is with
fucked me over,
Westbrook,
yo.
bro, like,
Jermaine!
Bro, I don't give a fuck about Fall Guys, bro. You don't need to do anything here or nothing, bro. It's fucking Fall Guys, bro. Don't
Bro, I
care.
was
Shut
shine
the
up.
hell up. You don't care about those pussy Lakers. You sit your butt down and shut up.
Hey, bro, I can't hear you, Jermaine.
They're gonna push left.
Oh, shit, I do gotta turn you down a little bit, though. I don't know why I had you 200 volume. That's why I can't fucking hear.
Well, I've said for like the past fucking 8 million years that Westbrook
Give my shields a
most
recharge.
overrated player in the
Jermaine,
league.
he said, I don't give a fuck about your fuck. Good, though, bro. You're missing out. It's better than playing with randoms right now.
Reloading.
That's 100% true though.
Giving him the chimney. Give my shields a recharge.
Because you don't actually
Oh,
fucking pop a
No, we
blood
just
vein
died, so we're gonna.
playing this shit.
Just a little bit, so.
I just leveled up. Let's get it.
So that's all Jermaine's fault. I died.
Throwing thermite.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Got any
There we go, I
shields
just
here?
invited you.
Level 3.
Showing some cover for my brothers.
Making contact with enemy.
Frag out. Frag out.
But back to it.
Back in
Healing.
What was we talking about again?
Let's explore this way.
About the Lakers dynasty being trash. No, I'm just kidding.
Boston's just
Lakers is
I'll
they
be
ain't
honest,
bad.
we actually, the problem is, people don't realize the Lakers don't even have any first round picks like the next 5 or 6 years. Boston actually looks very hopeful. We lost to Golden State. There's a lot
That
to
dude
say.
is in his video.
I'll be honest with you. No one would ever say that Golden
I know
State
damn well.
Two in this corner right here.
so
They come back.
The
The whole team's down here.
You're not gonna be able to hear shit once they talk about
Yes,
sports.
as a Boston fan, yes. I said this. Boston has potential.
Rogers
But
cracked.
what showed up in the finals was
that.
Hey,
One knock.
it showed up more than I thought it would. I knew it would show up, but it heavily showed up.
Oh, he's playing Apex.
Golden State in the first
Mirage
round.
down.
Yeah. I'm coming for him right now.
Inexperience was not a.
I think he's
They
talking
were
about-
also actually one of the things they talked about that you've
He's
heard
back
from
over here.
countless sources.
I'm pinching
is
outside,
that
pinching
team
outside.
had a lot of chemistry going in, and really all they
Golden roof, golden
what I'm
roof.
saying though is this too. They had a lot of veterans on there. Boston's only veteran is really Al Horford.
Good job.
And all Golden State was missing was a new coach.
The new kill leader.
You get homeboy back, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, as a
you can raise
Celtics
the
fan,
resume.
I believe my team could win, but they didn't because they were
You know
outplayed
what
by
I
the better
think?
team.
I think that they're just two sport
No
teams
bogeys.
that don't change anyone's life unless you put
Actually,
money
no.
on
I
the line.
think if
That's
they
what
would
I
have played
think.
Phoenix, I think there would have been a chance that they could have lost
So
that
I
too.
think y'all wasting y'all breath right
So,
now.
like, I'll be honest with you. I'm just giving props to Golden State. At least right now, yes, I would agree right now. Yes, obviously they're not, because if they were, they would have won. I think they have a lot of hope to look forward to in the future, though, with such a young core. I think this finals experience will be good for them to have something that they can build off of as a team.
There's
And-
another team pushing.
I got him killed.
And I
I'm
think
losing, man.
that's funny. And I think within,
They pushing right now.
This area.
I think you add a little piece, not even a
Come back outside.
That won't happen. But no, I think if Boston gets a role player, they don't even like. I'm not even.
I got pushed off,
I think
bro.
the bigger thing
I'm
too
You're down.
is
I got turned
My
off.
own-
you gotta
my
let
own-
Jason. Now that Jason Tatum.
One shot on the roof, one shot on the roof, one shot on the roof.
Experience, I think at this point,
Wait,
it's
one shot on the roof,
time to
finishing me on the
sign a
roof.
player or two.
Finishing me on the nice. Good fucking shit.
A
Hit me.
guy that you can have from the bench, and I think that's really all, and see how it goes from there. Because their players have the potential. I mean, Tatum's shoulder definitely showed up with how he was playing, and it was a combination
just
of him
bad.
making bad decisions from his inexperience. Well, no, there's a combination of two things. He did make bad decisions in the finals, and I think as he gets more experience, I think those will go away. But then,
Real boys, heavy if you see it.
I mean, he's very
I
good.
need
He's
heavy
one of
ammo
those,
like that.
and well,
I have
this is
literally
exactly what
my
I'd say.
sister
I'd
was
say
up on
that
R3, bro. I got
his
40 rounds.
he made bad decisions that I think that were not specifically his bad
No,
decisions
I don't think I'm
were tied to
qualified.
his inexperience. But then I think his ability to make shots heavily were affected by his shoulder. Because if you look at how he was shooting in the playoffs before, it took a drastic downturn since that injury against
Oh,
the
no, I
Heat.
ain't gonna make- Yeah.
But I do think there was
made it.
bad decisions he made that weren't on anything else but him as well. No, but what I'm saying is some of those missed shots, like some of them were just bad shots, which has to do with the bad decisions. But some of them, there's a difference between a shoulder injury. I will say this: Curry's injury would affect his mobility. Your shoulder literally affects your shooting form, and it was in his dominant arm. So of course it's
Gonna go with the house down here. Yeah.
no. I didn't say Golden State won because of his injury. I didn't say
Watch my
that.
back.
Golden State won because they were the superior team. The truth of it is, they
Come to
just
the house
lost.
down here.
You know, they have a
Here's how-
very well-rounded
recharge your
bench. I
shields.
mean, Curry played his mind out. So, you know, they played great. I'm talking specifically for Tatum's individual performance. Those are probably the two biggest things. Because there were some of those shots I saw that he missed where they were shots he would have made because they were good shots. Heck yeah, did everyone qualify? Yep.
Standing stock here. Level 2.
I think it'll be their best chance for the next two.
Level 2.
We'll see. There's a lot of stuff that they have to look forward to.
You up here?
Hostile spotted.
I mean, we'll see.
You
What
put
does
the whole
happen?
team of Boston
I mean,
against
when it
Giannis, and if they don't sit in the paint, Giannis will fucking
when it comes down to it, we'll just have to see.
Play inside.
but what you been on
say
today?
is in basketball.
Holding us.
Never mind, bro.
I'm gonna force
Jason
him
Tatum
inside.
could tear his ACL and his career.
Come inside. Take him on the patio.
Why are we still
There's a lot to look forward to for Boston fans because there's a lot of
Patio.
Now it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to come out, but there's definitely a lot of
Got another hound?
One on patio. Climbing
Hey,
roof.
Jermaine.
Almost cracked roof.
All I'm
Horizon.
saying is there's a lot of potential there. I mean, really, that's when it comes down to it. And the fact of it is
The hound's still down.
they have a very young player. They got some of the best young players in the NBA. So if they can get a veteran to along the line,
Horizon dead.
I mean,
Nice.
it did, but their youth did show.
Trying to go get our teammate.
Bro, this shit is so fucking annoying.
Top in the chimney. Hold tight.
Oh, is this the
Got your
part
back.
that keeps getting you? Is it this hill?
No.
Another team for southeast.
Yep.
Got it.
Using a Phoenix.
Ooh, alright. Oh,
Nope. Alright, I'm gonna go smoke
Shields
real
are
quick.
recharged.
Void running.
I'm spotted. Using a
Just
Phoenix.
hold this for a second, huh?
I need to get
Everybody
a
get
box.
There's a box on the roof. I'm bubbing you.
Evo shield here. Level 3.
Bubbing roof if you need it.
Recharging my shields.
Give me my shields to recharge.
Shield cell here.
Thank you, buddy.
Recharging shields.
Need to recharge my shields.
They have charge rifles. We should. Let's just wrap back. Come on. Everybody healed up. Let's just dip out the back and cover.
They got pushed too. Just now.
Let's go. We got a minute and a
oh,
half.
that'd be sick.
Recharging shield.
They're talking about potential.
I got 6 bats.
If Kyrie leaves, how obviously at that point KD will probably just leave too.
I
Bro,
only got one right
KD
now.
to the
but-
Trailblazers
drop it
would
too.
be fire.
Shield battery here.
I could use that.
It would just because at that point he's not going to a super team. Him being there would make it a super team.
Except Damian Lillard could perform.
So it'd be.
Ultimate's ready. On my mark.
Oh yeah, but we'll see. If I mean, I honestly don't know what his injury is, but I don't recall it being an A.
Who,
Oh yeah,
Damian
I'd say there's a lot of things that could keep people out for a season though. As long as it's really not an ACL or Achilles, which it could be, and maybe I just didn't pay attention. It's not as much to look forward to.
Play high ground.
I'm gonna go
Let's
over
reposition here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I get you. No, so it'll just be interesting to see though. It'll be interesting to see what happens if Kyrie does leave or KD will go. They said, honestly, he's been to as many teams as LeBron has. No, and I get it, and I'll be honest, I will say this. When LeBron won 2 of his though, the Heat were the most stacked team in 2 of those.
I mean,
No,
like, yeah,
I
the
will.
Heat-
I will say this: Cleveland was extremely impressive, and I can admit
the
that
Heat were
because
stacked,
he carried a
like,
bunch.
you gotta
But
think
no, the
about it,
Heat
though.
were ridiculously stacked. They were the origination of these super teams, and so that's what. Yes, they were.
I mean, like,
Cool.
but you gotta think about it. You gotta think about half of the players that they had on their team. Half of the players they had on their team were mostly role
Good
players.
work. You're inside the
Ray
next
Allen,
Because, you know,
Ray,
yeah,
and then
I
you
mean,
gotta
of
think about it.
course
Ray
it's-
Allen has been in the finals
watch your backs.
multiple times. That's
Well,
that's
what I'm
even
gonna
with the
say is,
Celtics,
of course, half their team is role players. When you have freaking LeBron James, Chris Bosh at the time, and Dwayne Wade, like, yeah, you don't need anyone else.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'd say this:
mean,
the truth of it is, if AD was completely healthy, the Lakers would be a ridiculous.
How far are y'all from
They
red, like,
really
crap?
would, because they're both that good. Now the problem why they're not is
I'm
because AD's not
174.
healthy.
Here, come here, JJ.
Brothers, got an Evo shield here. Level
You got-
5.
Oh, okay. I mean, you wanted to take him out. I was gonna crash to get it. I was at 146 on it.
Here's where here's where the
Craft his, he's got 170.
here's the difference. For one thing, that's a little interesting stat to throw out, but he never really averaged like 20 points a game. So, what I'm saying is the big difference.
Get like 50 damage.
The big difference between the Bulls and what LeBron did was the instance in the Miami Heat with LeBron. It was three guys who planned on
Only
joining the
pills
same
down
team
here.
for the intention of making a super team.
Target spotted.
The Bulls, they drafted Jordan and they drafted Pippen. The only guy who joined them
You just hold up here, we're in
was
zone. You
Rodman, and it was actually. And real quick, there was actually an incredible risk with taking Rodman, because at that time, there was a lot of off-court issues with him, but Phil Jackson took a chance on him. And so really, all that happened was
I have
they
all
got
three
Rodman,
games, just third party
because
this.
Chimney.
Pippen was also drafted.
I got up.
It'd be different if, let's say, the Heat drafted Chris Bosh, and then
gonna
LeBron
get
joined. That's
active.
a whole different thing. But no, LeBron went
Just
there
maintain
after
height.
he was an established all-star, and so did Chris Bosh, because they knew what they were doing.
I mean, like, but you can't sit. I mean, like, you can't blame that on him because they, you know, everyone has.
No,
that
I didn't,
one,
but I'm watching you.
Everyone has that one goal, and that's to get a championship. And then, I mean,
Well, no,
you know,
but
I
but
mean, like,
what I'm
you
saying,
you gotta create. If you have to create, you have to create teams.
They're fighting here, y'all. They're
Well,
fighting.
no,
That's
but
just
what
how
I'm
it
saying is people will give other
They're
like,
fighting heavy.
certain players crap for it. When truth of it is,
Driving.
there's a lot of people that do it.
Only
No,
time I
he
give
doesn't.
certain
KD
players-
gets the most crap out of anybody, and anyone wouldn't actually doubt. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I will say this:
Up. Dropping the
the
bag.
Portal plate.
Padding out the back.
Yeah, drop my heart.
Progress.
Bad drop.
Just gonna go back up. I want to keep fighting.
I don't know
Playing high ground, Jay.
Got one. Bangalore
I
down.
You got a team to your left though. You gotta watch out.
I know. I just
We're in
he
it.
still went on a stacked team. Both championships,
They can't be
he
doing
was
this.
undoubtedly the best player.
Knocked him. Knocked out Octane.
That's why he won Finals MVP. If you
Wanna
go
go
look
upstairs?
there was no questions asked that KD was on the two. So yes, he went to a stacked team, which made it easy, much easier, incredibly easy.
Octane had self-res. We gotta
Yes,
watch
in
behind
other
us.
words, stacked. Anyways, the point is,
Down
he
there.
went to that team, which made it incredibly
Let's
easy.
do on the other team now.
But he also
One up
proved
here.
himself by being very
Crack. One shot on the roof. Stop. One shot on the roof. Literally one. Literally one on the roof.
And any commentator who
Going
even
up
does
here.
say that he should win a championship by himself will say that. Like, it was no questions asked.
Series one.
Last one's down low.
Shield batting. Hold on. He right here. He's down. You down him.
I don't.
Someone has self.
I
He's
personally
inside.
don't.
Inside.
Inside.
Because he's one of the greatest shooters. This dude's a 7-foot point guard. Ridiculous shooter.
Good job, boys.
Like, do I think it would be a better? The Warriors, I 100% believe so.
You are the Apex
I think if he wins
champions.
one, I think that's a little better, but I don't think he needs to prove it to do it to prove his greatness. Because he's obviously very great. Ooh! That one bounced you back.
Damn, everybody was eating that game.
You can win this one, though. No, he didn't play. Because the day me and you already played, we tried to get Dylan on here, but he was on Hulu, probably high.
Sleep.